Might as well have a little chat, see what goes on, and we'll be able to decide if it sounds good enough.
Oh, fantastic. Honestly, I have no idea. Like, I mean, have you been practicing your Matt impression? Because I don't know how I'm going to start it.
Me?
I don't know if I forgot how I'm going to start it.
Hey guys, I'm Matt. Look at my teeth.
You know what, right? I love how I'm pretty confident. Like most jokes we took the piss out of each other for years had some kind of valid thing. You know, he's told us loads of stories and stuff like that, but we still bring it back.
Harry Potter tapes.
Yeah, things like that. Like, we always bring it back to his fucking teeth. Like that's like sins of the father. That's not his fault. Like his dad has a very honest profession. You know, he's doing well.
I'm just jealous.
And then everyone, it's all jealousy.
It is.
All jealousy. It's not like he bangs on about teeth all the time.
No.
We always seem to bring you back to teeth. But I don't know if that's almost a good thing, because it's like, do we have so little to take the piss out of him for?
Perhaps, but how did Megateeth, the nickname, come about?
Megateeth
was it
Laura?
Right, yeah.
Laura's pretty much done it.
That was back when she was pretending to not like him.
And it was like hitting him like in school. It was like, are we all doing it? Because he's like, no, don't. Laura sounds like a troll. No.
Primary school flirting.
Feed in the dungeon.
Just kidding, Laura, if we choose to use this.
This is the intro.
Live from your headphones, the Existential Tangent. And now, your host, Matthew Hall.
Now we know the crushing pressure Matt feels about to start.
Yeah, no, how the fuck? Oh. I was thinking, like, because we've got the intro now that we've so furiously recorded, I was thinking if it's best if I just go, Guffers. So it's like, now your host, Guffers. Just plugged in, audience cut off, just really shit quality, dropped in. Yeah, you know what? I do appreciate how actually he starts this, because you know what? I was watching something about Mock the Week before, Flock the Sheep, and
that's what it was called.
That's what it was called.
Yeah.
No, and it was Hugh Dennis, and it was Dara O'Brien on like This Morning or something, and they were saying now obviously Hugh Dennis is the only regular, but they started off with like 5 regulars, so it was like Frankie Boyle, Andy Parsons, all that, and he was saying how like they were saying, oh, is it hard to wrangle that many comedians? And Hugh Dennis was like, well, it's not for me because I'm one of them, but it is for him. Like, he's just this guy that's got to sit there with 6 comedians all trying to be as funny as one another, all sat around. And I thought, this is what it's fucking is for Matt every day. Like, he's got to sit with us knobheads, and he's got, he's like, quiet now, come on, let's do an intro, right? Everyone shut up, right? Okay. Hi, welcome to the Existential Tangent. This is, he has his podcast voice.
Yeah.
It's the same, but you can. This is my opinion of you, Matt. No, he has his podcast voice, which is the one that he uses like because I've been watching a lot of his, his Let's Plays and stuff like that. Real issues and stuff. Go check them out; they're very good. But yeah, I've been listening to that, and like Matt has a very particular intro voice, I'd like to say, and he does it for this for like 3 seconds. And then he doesn't. It's a very sort of like, hey everybody! And it's like, easy. Welcome to the Existential Podcast.
Yeah.
This is, I keep calling it that, the Existential Podcast. It's dead bad. I can't even get our own fucking name right.
Dead bad, yeah.
It's dead bad. It's dead bad.
Bear mess.
Tragic. Absolute. No, it reminds me of my mum though, like his voice, like, because my mum does the same when I ring her at work.
She goes,
welcome to the Existential. No, my mum, you're at work. No, like when I ring my mum at work and she's like, hello. And I'm like, that's an accurate impression of my mum, by the way. She's like, she's downstairs, so I'll let her hear that. It's like, she's like, hello, secretary. And I'm like, hey, mum. She's like, IR. Yeah, she doesn't switch that easily. But it's along those lines. It's posh voice, and then she realises who she's talking to. But that's what Matt does. It's like, starts every... It's all... I mean, you hear it. I was going to say I'm calling him out, but you hear it.
Yeah.
As soon as he's in conversation, we're all talking about horrible stuff. He's like, alright, let's...
He's trying to pretend he's not from Whitefield, yeah. Yeah. But if you guys can't really notice, it's only me and Guff today.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah, Matt and Laura are on holiday, having a dirty 2 week away. hey. Sam...
I fucking hate that.
While the cat's away, the mice will play, mate. Sam is away in America.
Also for love.
Yes, exactly.
Also for love.
Yeah, just having a better time than in Spain. I should stop pitting them against each other.
Let's get ready. In this corner, Marbella.
I think they're actually in their
Yeah,
villa now.
yeah, they've gone out now, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've seen my doppelganger.
Yeah, I saw that. On
Yeah,
your
they
wall,
posted that as it's my
Basically
birthday
just-
today.
Happy birthday.
I'm plugging that.
The first of many.
First of many plugs today. Oh, did I mention it? So yeah, we're recording it on my birthday at my house because we're on the way out for drinks and that
Yeah.
for later on.
Yeah,
So I
on
thought,
Metropolitan. Going for drinks in the city.
yeah, ooh, check us. I keep looking at the mic like it's a camera or like it's another person in the room.
I'm in an office moment. Jim looking at the camera.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's like, but we're going out anyway, so like we thought we'd record a mini one while
Exactly,
we're here.
yeah. Partly that, partly because Matt, rather than enjoying his holiday, has been saying, guys, do you want to like record a podcast while we're away? And it's like,
Can't switch off. Can
oh, okay, Matt, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like,
Can't switch off.
I can't wait to see Laura's reaction to just Matt's constant sharing stuff on Facebook about podcasts and like.
Well, he's gone away the week that we decided. He went away. There was a bit of a deadline because as you know, if you've listened to the first episode and if you're listening to this one, naturally, is that we have changed. We're now the Existential Tangent. We're no longer the Fortnightly Forum because we didn't want to give ourselves a time limit. One that we've still somehow managed to be kept to by our fucking supreme leader Matt. And
That's just life.
yeah, but it's like we've decided that we'll do a mini one because it fills the gap and fuck it.
Exactly.
We've got fuck all. We're not on holiday. No, but we thought it was
Life is constant suffering.
No, but we thought we'd do one now, and we're having a fucking tough time leading this one without Matt. But the whole point is that Matt can't switch off, and he went on holiday the day that we decided to do the release of the Existential Tangent.
Yeah, he was like, right guys, we've got a deadline on Sunday, so Jordan, can you get the theme tune to me by Sunday? And Guff, can you get
theme tune, sing the theme tune.
And he was like, Guff, can you get me the all the logos and stuff and banners and everything to us by?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether you got yours in time. I basically it was like 10 at night because I was.
Mine was late as fuck.
Well, another thing we got in common.
We're artists.
Yeah.
We don't know fucking deadlines. We don't need no fucking deadlines.
So it was this case of Matt being like, right, if you just send it as I'm gonna try and upload it to Podbean or whatever we use to however distribute
That's
it.
not a good way of promoting it. Podbean, iTunes,
Yeah.
whatever you're listening to it on.
And I'll do it on my phone when I'm like in the airport and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And then he was like, yeah, I can't do it. Can you do it for me, please, John? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, right, Matt, we've got like a 50 megabyte limit. We're gonna have to like upgrade our Podbean account. He went, all right, no problem. And he did that.
Bless him.
So he's dedicated.
He is dedicated. I'm pretty confident. Like, I mean, I'm now a fan of his. Like, I mean, I've always been a fan of Real Issues. I don't know if it's. I wouldn't call it a sister podcast. It's probably a father podcast. If anything.
Yeah, it's all
It's
one.
within
all
within
one
our
big confusing family.
yeah. No, but obviously we're a fan of Real Issues, previously Real Film, and we've. But I've never really watched any of their videos because. Not really I was never really a fan of like Dark Souls or anything like that.
Yeah.
But getting into a series that Matt introduced us to called Prepare to Try, with plugging that, it's a cracking show. I've got into it and I got the Dark Souls bug and I thought I'll give Matt a listen. He does 2 Dark Souls series on the YouTube channel. So watching them and he was like, I said, I'm really enjoying them, Matt. Like I'm really enjoying them. When your next one's coming out, and he was like, we'll probably do them the same time, the Existential Tangent. And if I'm right, I don't think I've fucking seen any. So part of of me is quite happy that it seems like this is a bit of a priority for him. I'm not trying to pit him against his other networks that he's responsible for.
Right,
but
you
I was
never
like,
know. He might be away in like Spain in the village, just being like editing a full project.
That's true. It probably takes a lot more editing. Actually, I'll appreciate that. He does a lot. He does put a fuck lot more effort into those than he does this one.
You kind of have to, really.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how they distribute the workload, but obviously, like with us, like you do all the design and I do the music and recording, and then Matt obviously organises the podcast and does a lot of the social media and the uploading and stuff. So it's we're sharing the burden.
But no, it's but the thing is, like, you know, he's bless him. He's not been able to switch off. Like, I mean, he's obviously had a good time, but he has still been. I mean, if that was me, I'd have been like, there's no chance. There's no chance. I'm absolutely, you know.
I'm getting skin cancer. I'll leave it in 2 weeks' time and I'll see you then.
It's like that. I'm not having it. Like, I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday. Still think I'm on holiday. I'm not even. I'm in my own house in the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't got a leak. I mean, it's raining outside. Like.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Yeah. But this is why we need Matt. He's gone. We've got all to ourselves, and we're still fucking talking about him.
Right.
Now we need to get the elephant out of the room.
Yeah.
So
I'll see you in a
that's
minute.
not that's not the saying, is it? Elephant out the room.
Address the
elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Yeah.
Coming in here, taking up our space.
Yeah, it's a little birdie's told me. Word on the street. The writing on the wall is that it's someone's birthday.
It is. I've already mentioned it once.
Yeah. We're going to mention it again and again.
The writing on the wall is me writing it all over the wall. It's my birthday! Oh, yeah.
How old are you, Guff?
I'm old as tits. No, I'm 24 years old.
Oh, wow.
You know what? If we do have any older listeners, they're going to feel sick. I once had a work colleague who... we had a login.
Yeah.
And my login for a period of time was my year of birth, which is 93. And it was not that. It wasn't just the number. I had an actual username, but it was you know that. And he's about 40, and he walked over and he went, 93. You make me fucking sick. I was like, oh, nice. But it was like just before I really got to know him. So I was like, we're good friends now. I was like, before we got to know him, and I was like, he was quite intimidating, and I was like, oh, that's nice to know. I got a friend straight away, instantly. Hates me already just for the year I was born. That's some xenophobia.
That's how you make the best friends.
It is, yeah.
Mutual hatred. Yeah, that's why we get on so well.
Yeah. Tit. Well, I'm having an argument with our Elliot. We're having a play argument about he's wished me happy birthday. I've told him to fuck off.
Didn't he tell you to fuck off?
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I think I started it. I think he put happy birthday, like you old fuck or something like that. Yeah, I think it was along those lines. And then I'll read it for those of you don't give a fuck, you're hearing it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because, you know, I don't know whether this is true to other groups of friends, but we're quite happy at doing, like, sort of abusive birthday celebrations on walls.
Yeah.
So it's, you know,
there's always the effort involved.
Exactly, yeah. It's more, it's like a, you know, it's tough love.
It is tough love. We've realised, we analysed this the week, we've had many friends come and go from this group of friends, and we thought, we are quite a bit, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are quite a bit. Like, it's usually a term of endearment. Like, there was a time when Laura used to take the piss out of me so relentlessly, I was like, oh, I'm just bored of this. And I was like, you know what? No, stick with it, because one day it'll surpass, and she'll slip up, and she'll do something real dumb that I can't wait to take the piss out of. It was more an evil intent than it was
vengeance.
Vengeance.
Yeah.
I don't believe in vengeance, but in that occasion I did. I was like, oh, I can't wait for you to, like, trip up or slur your words or something like that. Like, just one. All I need is something tiny, and I'll be in. Cracking that. A breach is all I need.
We'll start calling you David McLean.
No, Elliot messaged me going, happy birthday, you big sack of shit. So I put, who the fuck are you? And he's he just put, go on, fuck off. It was a joke we made at Leeds where we just basically told each other to fuck off dead aggressively to each other. But then we had a few friends who, and if you're listening, Aya, I'm not going to name you as piece of shit. No, but it was like, we all did the joke of going, you know what, just fuck off. But me and Elliot, we kind of knew where the line was drew. We always, it was like improv. We always knew where the boundary was. It was fine. But it sounded vicious. We were calling each other names and saying fuck off very angrily. And in the end, he basically it extended to the rest of the group. And they took it a bit too far at stages. Like, people would push you a bit, or they'd say stuff that was maybe a bit too personal, and you're like, oh, I think you missed the point of this.
Because it's been a couple of days of day drinking,
It
not
hasn't.
much sleep.
It hasn't, like,
you know.
when us lot, when we reach madness, we reach an equal level of madness. But I think because we're, again, such a tight-knit group, people who maybe aren't in the exact same circle probably just went a bit mad. And it was a bit like, a lot of it's more personal than it should be, shouldn't it? Like, you fat fuck it. All right,
It's no longer a joke.
It's no longer a joke. It's just kind of insulting. Me and Elliot stopped, and they were, "You're not telling each other fuck off anymore." I'm like, "Yeah, no." The joke's dead.
Yeah, we've not killed it.
But we bring it back every now and again for special occasions. AK, did I mention it's my birthday?
Oh, is it? Happy birthday!
Cheers, cheers, pal.
You don't have to say that every time.
I want it on the comments. I want everyone who fucking listens to this to write it. It's the only day. I like to not think myself a narcissistic person. Everyone else might disagree, but I'm right, so they can fuck themselves.
When else can you be narcissistic?
Well, that's the point.
Your birthday.
The thing is, as well, as you get older, I was like, I don't expect much. Like, my mate asked me today, he's like, oh, did you open any good presents? I was like, I don't even think like that anymore. All I asked from my mum was last night, I was like, can you change your bed sheets? Do you mind, like, getting the new sheets? Because I know, today I woke up in a cloud. Like, it was fantastic. I woke up, you know, that fresh feeling. I was like, this is my birthday. I was like, this is fantastic. Every day feels like your birthday. You've got new sheets on, but it was real this time. So it was great.
I love that idea, actually. Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Yeah, instead of being like, oh, I can't be asked changing my bed, I'll just sleep in my sweat again for another night, and then I'll just be like, you know what, do it.
I considered it a fucking gift. I was like, can I have an early birthday present? She's like, well, I was like, man, changing my bed. I don't ask for much. I don't think I don't want much. I was like, but, you know, I've got a few bits and bobs. But, like, you know, it's funny how people still go, "Do you get any good prezzies?" And, like, some of them are like, obviously, you know, they might say it's a joke. But a few friends, like, you know, a few friends were like, "What presents did you get? Did you open anything nice?" And I thought the concept of opening something nice is kind of lost on me now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't expect it. I mean, I've got some lovely presents. Like, my mum and dad have bought me some lovely gifts, and I've got some lovely cards off family and stuff. But, you know, it's not. My mum was like, "Oh, I've not bought you much this year." It's like, you always say that. You don't have to tell me that. It's a precursor to getting old. You know, I get that. You know, I don't expect much. But, you know, anything I actually want in life, the same as most people, I'll say, because all I really want now is a car. I can't drive it. I'm hoping to get lessons soon. But I was like, the only thing that I'm really looking forward to having in my life is a car. And I'm not going to expect anyone to buy me that. So it's like, I don't know, when people say, like, you know, "Oh, did you open anything nice?" It's like, yeah. I mean, I didn't, because I waited for my parents to get home. Like, my mum and dad to get home first. I was a bit like, oh, it's the last thing I thought about presents. I've spent the whole day in bed watching clips of Mock the Week. I was like, I've had a fucking great day, yeah. It's been fantastic.
It's the whole perspective of what you actually think is good now that changes. Because it's like, rather than a present, I'm more centred around trying to get friends together.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
It's like,
my gathering tonight is the more important thing.
I know I'm going to enjoy, whether it's for someone else's birthday or my own birthday, being with my friends more than something I can get, because I think it's more because now we're older, we don't get to see each other as often.
Yeah.
It's like, it's something you, like, at college and school and stuff, you didn't take for granted, but now, when it's later on, it's a bit like, particularly when people move away for uni and you're having to, like, for the sake of how it's just us doing the podcast, because Matt and Laura are in another country, same for Sam, and Elliot's in Cornwall working away, and you can count that for our other friends and stuff like that, so it's like...
Well, I mean, that's the thing, like, I was saying that, like, I invited, like, a lot of my friends, so, like, you know, in the past, like, I would have done things like, you know, when I was working, I would have invited friends from work on a particular night out, and I would have, like, asked, you know, friends from outside of work on another night out, just to kind of more extend it out, more to just kind of, I guess, like, make more of a weekend of it. I can't be arsed this year. I've just invited everyone out. But I kind of liked that as well. I was like, you know what, I'll invite everyone out, whoever can make it, because... And it's a little bit embarrassing, because I invited a lot of people. Now, I don't expect a lot of people to turn up. This was literally just all the people from all the different groups of friends. I thought, this is all I want to invite, you know. I probably missed some people, which I feel bad about. But, like, you know, everyone that kind of came to mind at the time, I invited. But it says on the event that the ratio of going to not or just not looking at it and acknowledging it is a bit embarrassing. So I thought I don't want to invite like new people to the group that I've forgotten, and they go, "Oh, hardly anyone's going out, and the ratio is invited. That's going to be some lame ass gathering. I'm not going to that."
A new form of social anxiety.
Yeah, it is. It's like Black Mirror, mate. It's like Black Mirror. No, but I mean, it's not something I was bothered about. Like, oh my god, a lot of our good friends, like, who obviously can't make it, a very good reason not to be here.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, it was a shame because, like, you know, I was thinking, this is the first birthday, like, the actual, I've always done something for my birthday, but, at home, but this is the first birthday I've actually been home in 3 years, because it's always been while I've been back at uni, so, it was a bit of a shame, because this is, like, you know, I started going out a lot more when we finished uni, and I spent the summer in Carlisle, where I was at. And so I invited like a few people I would have normally gone out with on the regular up to Manchester or down to Manchester, depending on where they are. And it's just a shame, obviously, I don't think anyone from uni's coming. No, actually, a few people are, sorry. People from uni who live in Manchester are coming tonight, which would be nice. Good. Which would be nice to see them. Because it has been, you know, most of the summer I haven't seen them. So, but, you know, people who obviously live outside of Manchester who aren't from uni haven't come down. And, you know, naturally, you know, it's expensive, I get that. Like one friend, for example, I think she lives in Devon. I shouldn't listen, so who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter. No, she's lovely, and she said I really want to come. But it's £100 on the train. Now, I know she likes her first class travel, so I was like, I wonder if that's just first class. So I was like, and she, you know, whatever that might be. And I'm not trying to call her a Pons, but she fucking is. If you're listening.
What's wrong with Magic Bus? Whatever it's called, it's not Magic Bus, is it?
8 hours, it looks like you're being driven by Dara O'Brien, but what difference does it make?
Exactly, £1 with no bloody toilet stops.
Yeah.
Life's
what can go wrong?
Yeah.
No, but, you know, I was like, you know, she's like, I can't make it down, I'm really, really sorry. She does, I think she was sincerely quite sorry, she wanted to be here, but she was like, I'm really sorry I can't make it. It's about £100 on the train. And I was like, oh shit, that is a lot.
Yeah.
But I was like, I wonder if that is first class or, you know, whatever. And anyway, I looked at the journey. It's not. It's about £150 from Devon to here on a train, single train. And I looked at, I don't know if it was like a return or anything like that. I think it was just a single though. £250 one of them. Not first class or anything. I think it was just like a peak time.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, that's like ridiculous, isn't it? I thought it shouldn't ever be that much to go across your own country.
Well, exactly.
It's different going across. Like if someone's, I'm pretty sure. Like when we went to Amsterdam, me and Will, it was like a flight, like £180. Like, oh no, not even that, 100. Like it was £97 or something. The flights, and it was like for a 5-day flight, and it was like that's mental.
Yeah.
£250 for a few hours on a train.
Just shows you how overinflated train prices are.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not fair, but.
But back on the thing, you know, it was like fucking trains. No, but it was, you know, it's one of those things like you said, like I'd rather make more of a social event than do anything else because, I guess it is that thing of, like you said, like people getting older and this is fucking Codcast, by the way. Because I messaged Jordan last night when we were arranging this and I said that we're the only in our group 24-year-olds now because I'm the eldest other than Jordan.
About a month and a bit. On the 28th, I turned 25, so this is the only person who kind of catches me up for the brief moment.
So welcome to Old Codcast.
Yeah.
And
sit down and get your Horlicks.
We're in for a not bumpy ride. It might bumpy for some.
We'll be tucking you in.
Welcome to Smooth.
Honestly, do you want to know how you're getting old? You love Smooth FM. I fucking love... No, seriously, like, whenever we're on in the car and my dad's like, do you want me to put a CD on? I'm like, we've got Smooth FM on, Dad. We don't need anything else. We're all right.
Your dad's going through the midlife crisis and he's like, let's put on Foo Fighters' new album. Let's fucking jam, pal. Let's have a road trip. And you're like, Dad, just put on some Radio 4. I want to hear about how...
I want to hear the shipping fork. Spandau Ballets, I'll leave them be.
Questlove's in studio talking about soft jazz. Let's keep him on. Is he playing any? No, he's just being interviewed. Just having a chat. Just having a nice natter, Dad. Why can't we listen to just a nice old natter?
Yeah.
Put it on, it's freezing.
I've been listening to people natter at work all the time, and I need to decompress. Proper indoor voice.
Whoa, take a chill pill. Saying old phrases like take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Or describing yourself as hanging, but hanging. Oh, I'm absolutely hanging. Stop it.
Sounds more suicidal than like ill. Like hungover.
Absolutely swinging.
See, that's different.
That's like-
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. Put keys in bowl. We're having fun.
Don't even have a car. I'm just throwing uncut keys in a bowl.
You're being homeless. You're going to find those keys. It's keys for a shed, that. Padlock for the locker in the gym. Who are you taking home? Me towel. You swimming cap. No, yeah.
But yeah, so it's one of these very rare things where we don't have Matt pretending he's not an old man. When he is.
Well, yeah, he's the oldest one of us, isn't he?
Maybe.
I mean, not chronologically, but...
No. See, I don't know. People call me a proper old man, but I don't know if
You are a bit.
Yeah.
But I think that's fine, mate.
I'm comfortable with who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're wearing a
people
sensible shoe.
Exactly. Well, you know,
He's wearing sensible shoes, everybody.
Yeah, you know, I'd argue these are quite stylish as well.
Yeah, they're very stylish.
Yeah, it's one of these things where you know, when you go back onto Bolton, you kind of let your standards slip. So when you go on a night out in Mank, you need to make sure you look sharp as fuck.
Sharp. Like my wit. Yeah.
But yeah, so considering it's Guffer's birthday today, which I don't know if we've mentioned yet, but
Hey, did I tell you it's me?
so I thought I'd try and centre it around some sort of funny birthday stories.
Yay.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. So apparently Guff has got nothing. So story guys.
I thought you meant in life. I thought you meant presents. I was like, I've literally just talked about lovely things I've opened for me. Yeah, whatever about that bullshit. Oh, I got some socks. I got a nice couple of books. I got a record. Yeah, bollocks. It's not an Action Man though, is it? Considering Goff got nothing.
Go give your Action Man a shopping bag and throw it up. You got a parachute. Think, mate. Come on.
Think with your fucking head, mate.
Yeah, my mum and dad, because it's going to sound really sad now, but my granddad's in a care home with dementia, so we're obviously finding old photos to show him. Yeah. Because he seems to have like a long-term memory where he remembers like the registration of his Mini he had in the 70s, but he can't remember us. Weird. But so they get all these old photos out of like when my mum and dad were getting married, and when my grandma and granddad were at parties and stuff like that, and then there's like they found old family photos of me and Alex. And we found all these kind of things where, you know, when you've got, if you're similar age, young siblings, and you're both the same sex, typically, it's like they dress you the same. So there's pictures of me and Alex where we're wearing the same jumpers. We both had glasses when we were younger.
Bananas in pyjamas coming down.
Oh, God, yeah. So we even had the same haircuts, stuff like that. And then there were like different ones of us playing with toys and stuff. And there's a great one of me on the beach where Alex is in the background. He looks like he's doing some sort of Charlie Chaplin dance in the background, and I'm just sat on top of a bucket, scowling like mad, just being like, "No,
I want to be dancing." Mum said only one of us could dance like Chaplin. I wanted it to be me. I got me learn heel click and everything.
I've got to find it for you because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's class photo.
But yes, all these old kind of different photos, and I can't even remember what I was originally going to talk about then.
Oh, brilliant. I'm glad we had this conversation.
Podcast! But yeah, birthday-related stories. We all know how Wetherspoons is trying to catch up with technology. Yeah. Just like how you now can order takeaway via apps,
absolutely,
a taxi via apps. You can also order your food and drink at Wetherspoons via apps.
Yeah. I've had a few friends take advantage of that.
Someone had the bright idea of putting their mate's picture up on Twitter because it was his birthday, saying, "It's our Nick's birthday. We're at such a Wetherspoons, I think it's in Sheffield, and we're table number 67. Send him a birthday pint via the app." Lo and behold, because it is Twitter, and you know, people have got a great sense of humour.
Oh God, the internet's the best.
Yeah, they don't have any sort of issue spending money when it causes people problems.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so people were buying him like. At first it was funny stuff like... First it was kind of like they were buying him Beck's Blue, non-alcoholic beer, because you know what's the best thing to drink at a pub. And then they were sending him glasses of milk, fruit shoots, but the best one was mushy peas, salsa, mustard and crispy onions on a plate. It's like...
The fact that they even let you do like a custom plate option is pretty extravagant. just, have a load of toppings in it. Crispy onions. You want with it a plate? Absolutely. Just go, you can put special requests you can on Domino's app or something.
Don't spit in the food.
Get the crispy onions and salt bay it over his head. Just sprinkle it. Yeah, that's fantastic. I love shit like that though, because the thing is, that seems like such a genuine thing to do. That's such
proper.
It sounds like crowdfunding.
Yeah.
It's it was like that lad. There was a lad a few months ago on Twitter who I think he tweeted Wendy's about chicken nuggets, and he said how many retweets to get free chicken nuggets for a year or something, and he said 83 million. And he didn't reach it, but I think they still gave it him because I think he got 50 million or something like that.
Wow.
But everyone retweeted it.
Yeah.
I don't retweet shit.
Yeah.
I retweeted it. I was like, I'm having this. If you look at my retweets, it's all about the existential tangent and that. I retweeted it. I was like, it's fucking brilliant. I've got to. But it's it was a genuine internet phenomenon. This lad just wanted and everyone was it was community spirit. It was one lad benefits from this. One person gets a load of fucking nuggets, but everyone was it's worth a retweet, why not? Do you know what I mean? It's hilarious. Yeah. But it's essentially that kind of thing. And I remember Chris Ramsey, the comedian, a few months ago, not even a few years ago even, he ordered Domino's on a train, which has since become a bit of a challenge people do. I've seen a few videos. He's the one that started it for all I know, yeah.
Yeah.
And he got it where other British comedians were tweeting him and things like that, and then Domino's ended up bringing it to him. I think he bought everyone Domino's on the train, or something daft like that, everyone in his carriage.
Loaded.
Yeah. It's Chris Ramsey, isn't it? It's TV's Chris Ramsey.
He might be TV's Chris Ramsey, but I would not have said he's got buying everyone on the train Domino's.
I don't know if you've been on Live at the Apollo and you've been on a Russell Howard TV show, you can't buy someone a Domino's. Yeah. I would have an existential crisis.
I love that as a kind of way to judge someone's value, saying
how many Domino's for a train can you buy?
Yeah, he's he's not quite like Bill Gates rich, but he can buy everyone on a packed train at London Euston Domino's.
Yeah, he's on a scale of 1 a Domino's train. How rich is he?
But who knew he could be so generous?
Yeah, bless him. But it was another little Twitter thing, wasn't it? Where it's I love shit like that. You know what though? Twitter is. I've started to appreciate and hated it. I don't like it that much. I don't hate it, but I kind of don't. It doesn't do what I want it to do. It's not why I go on social media as much. However, I do like the idea that every time something goes wrong, everyone goes to Twitter first.
Yeah.
Before I go to any kind of news outlet, unless it's official news, government stuff and political stuff, unless it's breaking news, anything that's local. The other day, my cousin tweeted something because there was recently, there was an incident where near a cafe where something went off, and I'm not sure of the details, but something
sounds
went off
very vague. Are you sure you didn't commit it yourself?
No. Basically, my cousin tweeted posted on Facebook saying anyone here a loud bang in Salford, and I was oh god, and I was it was minutes ago. I was no one's going to post about this apart from Twitter. So I typed in Salford on Twitter, and I was because I was a bit I hope my cousin's all right because he's in his area. So, I tweeted and I was making sure nothing bad had happened. Unfortunately, things have happened recently that haven't been too great.
Yeah.
So I was I hope it's not happened again. So I, went on Twitter. But it's things like that. But even as simple as my Instagram went down, and I was I went to Twitter, and everyone was but it was all funny because pretty much all of the tweets were, it's funny how I go on here straight away to, when Instagram's down, I go to Twitter to find out if it's just me. Look at here, it's not. But they were all the tweets essentially going on here to find out it's not just my Instagram. And I was buzzing, fine then. So it's not just my Instagram. I'm on the same boat here.
Because I think this is the thing as well, that Twitter realised that it used to be under the categories as a social media app. And they've changed that to now a news app.
Have they?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Last year or something, because the amount of political correspondents or journalists, sports stars, politicians, particularly with Donald Trump and stuff like that. Where
this is main outlet. People talk about. I don't think I've ever seen Twitter in the news as much as since obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, Donald Trump uses it as a main platform. Well, not a main platform, but he uses it as it's obviously a very personal platform. Yeah. So he'll post a lot on there. So I think, especially with someone as in power like Donald Trump, it has been in the news a lot more. But to change it to a news category app, that's quite interesting.
I think
didn't know
realise that it's one of these weird ones where Facebook and other things like that, you can post things without having to actually speak. So you can post photos and locations and all this kind of stuff. And you can do the same with Twitter, but it's more personalised because of the idea that it's centred around how many friends you've got. And maybe it's the wording because you've got followers on Twitter, but it's friends on Facebook. So it's kind of, and it's Facebook and not Twitter, and it's different names.
Yeah, it's always been like that, though, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like...
So it's even something as simple as the name can change people's opinion on what they use it for. I mostly use Twitter to retweet funny tweets.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah.
I'm simple-minded like that. You know,
simple things in life.
Yeah,
mate.
I might be 24, but I love a good chuckle.
You know what? If you can't laugh at a fart joke, no matter what age,
What have you got?
we're not friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where's your soul?
Yeah.
Get out.
I thought you were just going to stop then. You folded your arms and go,
Where's your soul? Tell me.
Yeah.
So I can fucking find it and tell it a fart joke.
The sad thing is Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher have written many songs about that kind of bullshit.
Have they actually?
It's always like, save your soul.
I thought you meant fart jokes.
Oh, no, fart jokes.
I was like, that's niche.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I've not heard that before. Only real rock stars fart, mate. Nah, don't post that. He'll batter me.
Yeah.
He'll batter us.
He'll call you out on Twitter.
He will.
But that is the thing about
Well, there's
Twitter.
another thing on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like, it's just direct, where, like the whole fact you said about someone tweeted a national company, like Wendy's saying, like, oh yeah, can I get like free nuggets for a year if I get so many retweets. It's a weird way of bringing people closer to either celebrities, companies, politicians, all these different kind of things.
Well, I think it started a big one, obviously, as celebrities. But I think, like you said, I think companies especially, like, because there was people who, for years, like, would pretend to be... I think they would capitalise on the idea that maybe somewhere didn't have a Twitter account, or maybe they didn't have a very easy Twitter handle. So people would, like, the Tesco Mobile one's a big one where, I don't know if Tesco Mobile started off. I think it started off as a joke one that someone wasn't the official Tesco Mobile Twitter account, but when people would tag shit or hashtag Tesco Mobile, they'd comment back as Tesco Mobile, but rip into people. It was hilarious. But I think that kind of almost mini social media phenomenon has started.
The John Lewis one as well?
The John Lewis one is fantastic. Yeah. Bless this fella. There's this fella, if you don't know, there's this fella, and you might have to correct me on this, but there's a fella out there who just has John Lewis as his Twitter handle. He isn't John Lewis the company, he's just a fella called John Lewis.
Because the real John Lewis company is John Lewis at John Lewis Retail.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it's because he's already got this handle of John Lewis. And bless him. Because obviously big companies, like, I don't know, like anyone, like B&Q. I imagine B&Q, like the biggest company in the world. Like, I imagine B&Q is just at B&Q. Or something along those lines, right? I mean, I don't use Twitter much. But you would assume that John Lewis, again being a fairly big company, is just at John Lewis. So bless this fella. Apparently he replies to everyone. Apparently he notoriously replies to every single person. But it's like complaints and all sorts of shit. And he'll retweet all of them and redirect them to the official John Lewis page. But his life either is fine, because he's a little bit of an internet sensation, tiny. However, his life must be fucking hell. Like, it's my birthday today. And I'll say it to Jordan, naturally. I don't know if I told you that. Did I mention it's my birthday?
Nice news. Happy birthday.
So, obviously, I mean, I'm not a huge... I use my phone for a lot of shit. I don't like, I guess, constant notifications.
Yeah.
On my birthday, I'm very grateful, though. Like, you know, I've got quite a lot of friends who wish me happy birthday. People are thinking about you. You know, it's lovely. I really appreciate it. It's dead nice. But I thought, but I remember thinking, like... You know, I think there was a day where I came out of work and I saw my phone and there was obviously tons of notifications because it had been like a whole day. And, you know, it's obviously just people... It's nothing crazy, but it's people just posting happy birthday. Again, which is really appreciated. Thank you very much. I'm not ungrateful. However, I love my fans, adoring fans. No, it was
You ain't got no fans!
You got no fans! Oh, there's an old one we're bringing back. Contra Club. No, but it was like... what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, so it was like... But I remember there was a guy, it's like I'm not comparing myself to an NBA player for God knows reasons, but I remember thinking, there was like a guy, and he posted a video saying, this is the life of a celebrity on Instagram. And it was like someone, you know when you kind of fast scroll on Facebook and everything's rapid, on your iPhone or something.
Oh, is this the notifications coming
This for
through?
notifications on his
Yeah.
Instagram, and I just thought, mate, that is hell. That's my idea of hell, like the idea, because I'm someone who likes to a bit of kind of OCD is that, like, just loving, going through and checking every notification. So to have that many, I thought I couldn't handle that. Like,
Yeah.
And it made me think. I was like, surely celebrities have one phone, because I know a lot of people have celebrities. They'll get people to manage maybe the social media, especially like Facebook pages. It's very rarely managed by the actual people, I think Twitter, obviously, it's a lot more personal, but I thought, even in that case where Twitter is such a big platform, it's different if it was like such a small platform, it didn't matter, but, excuse me, like if it's someone, using Twitter and you're Chris Pratt, I thought, Jesus Christ, like if that's your actual personal Twitter and it's on your actual phone that you have with you.
Even like, Canadian guy, Deadpool.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very active.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's almost like you'd use I was going to say it as a burner phone, but it wouldn't be a business phone. It'd be a lot more. But I imagine it is a little bit more like a phone that you kind of keep to one side. Like you'd log in on your Twitter on your, I guess, famous phone, in inverted quotes. But like, like your famous phone would be like, your iPhone with everything logged in on your social media. You can just watch that on Do Not Disturb, just disgusting amount of comments and things like that. And then you probably have your phone that you only give like your number out to like your friends and family and stuff. But I thought like the idea of that, like, and I thought like it makes you think like just the fucking crazy amount. And I forgot why I brought this up. I've completely forgot why I brought this up.
Well, I always wondered in that case, because obviously I follow, like how you mentioned Questlove earlier. I follow
Questlove.
He's pretty prolific on Instagram.
He is, yeah.
And you notice how you see famous people comment on, and they have like conversations between Twitter or Instagram, and how do they see that notification and not get it lost in a sea of other notifications and actually talk with people, unless they've got like notifications specifically set for them. So
to be fair, I wonder if I remember there was a girl who I remember she appeared on Lad Bible, dead funny. She appeared on Lad Bible. It was like someone had like tweeted her, and it was a load of tweets about I think they were just like sliding into her DMs.
Oh yeah.
And she basically replied, or it was a Tinder something, and she replied with loads of quotes by Donald Trump, and then it was dead funny. Like she just kept using quotes from Donald Trump as replies to this dude until he eventually got bored. But she became very, popular on Twitter because of that, because like things like Lad Bible and people would post about it, and big social media pages post about it. It's just some, girl from Canada, I think. And so I followed her on Twitter because I was like, she's funny, I'll follow her. But then it was things like she recently got verified because another big social media page posted about her. And she got verified, even though she's like pretty, I would say like an average person.
Yeah.
Just an everyday person. Yeah, she's not, and this is nothing to her, but she hasn't done anything that's been in the news, or she's not like a public figure. She's not a public figure, the best way to put it. She's just some girl from Canada who has an awful lot of followers now, but she's been made verified. And I thought that's obviously very interesting, because you wonder whether there's an algorithm behind that or whatever. But I'm pretty sure she posted something like, very briefly, like some extra settings you get when you are verified. And I wonder if that is a thing where it's like if you are verified, maybe there's like almost a filter where it's like other verified people can... We're going to have to cut this. Yeah?
Is it okay to come in?
I mean, you can do. We're still recording, but go on. We'll have to just cut this bit, but... We'll cut it, yeah.
It wants just bad. So tap it. Anna's going now, I'm just dropping her off home.
Alright, yeah. Alright, I'll back down a sec. Cut this. There we go. Right.
What were you saying about this girl with the extra filters because she was verified?
Yeah, I'm just going to say a funny little thing just then, because I was saying bye to me nana. We had to cut there in case you haven't told, because, well, depends how fucking seamless that edit is.
Yeah.
When
I've got a degree in sound engineering. Do you think I can't seamlessly edit?
No, of course you can. But now I feel like I've validated you ironically. I think you already knew it. I almost didn't have to say anything. I think now that I've said something, it's almost like, wait, did he actually not think it? No, but my mum's never going to listen to this, so it's funny. She just went downstairs, she's like, how do you get that lovely curly hair? Whispered it like, I was like, how do you get that bloody lovely hair? I was like, I'm telling him. I'm telling him that.
I believe it's good genes and Warburton's crusts.
Nice one. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the thing, wasn't it? Always
Yeah.
eat your crusts.
Yeah, I don't tend to eat bread anymore anyway.
You
so
know, it's because you've surpassed it.
Yeah.
People start calling you cultural appropriation if it gets any curlier, mate.
I've kind of stopped. I'm separating from my northern roots. I don't need bread anymore.
I don't need fucking bread.
Yeah, why do I need to put a pasty on a barm? You know, what's that
Oh,
gonna bring me?
heresy. Absolute heresy.
I love it.
Whoa.
I love it whenever I meet someone who's either. See, it's even northern people who've never heard of pasty barm.
To be fair, I've never had one. But hearing about
Was it me who introduced it to you, like you guys at college?
Probably introduced it, yeah.
I don't know obviously how, but for some reason in Bolton...
Probably just said pasty barm, we took the piss.
Yeah.
Pasty barm!
Right, like, for some reason in Bolton, it is, I wouldn't want to call it a delicacy, but a typical sort of meal is where you put a pie or a pasty between two pieces of bread, a barm. And
Yeah.
for some reason, it works.
Yeah.
Maybe for my uncultured taste buds, but for other people...
You see, I've got an issue with it. Now, I've never
Yeah.
had it, and I'm very open to trying one. However, my issue with a pasty barm
How
is...
dry it'd be.
How
how
dry
stuffy.
it is, yeah, because it's like paste. The whole point of a pasty, right, is you've got this lovely dry.
You've already got the pastry.
You've got the pastry, which is this lovely dry texture, and then you've got obviously all the filling that hopefully makes it a bit creamier or whatever you have in it.
Yeah.
But there's the flavour. It's the same as a sandwich. You have like something dry, and then you have something like
Wet.
a nice filling. I'm not going to say it. I was almost about to say moist, and I didn't want to go there either. No, but you have something dry like a sandwich, then you have a filling. It's a set of pasta, essentially the same thing. You have like you have something encasing it that's a lot more drier than the filling. That's the whole point.
All together.
Keeps it all together.
Synergy.
It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle for the filling. So now you just put in. Now that's more like with that in context. If the pastry and the bread are just vehicles
Why are you putting a
for
car
the filling,
in a car?
it's like Pimp My Ride. Yo, dog, who do you like cars? So you put your car in a car so you can drive while you drive. No, but it's essentially it's a pickup truck. A pasty barm is the pickup truck of edibles.
Usually, I butter the bread, so it gives you that extra bit of like...
Who doesn't butter bread, you animal? What are you
No,
talking
exactly,
about?
But that adds the extra sort of...
Bit of-
I don't have to say lubrication, but I kind of have
I mean, you
to.
have.
I already have.
Too late now.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get over it. And it just makes it go down easier.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, so it's... Why the fuck? Oh, curly hair, right.
But Twitter, so...
Yeah, Twitter, yeah. To be fair, while you were talking about this John Lewis chap,
Yeah.
I've actually found his page, and
Oh,
I'm going to read
fantastic.
a good few of his funny tweets.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, so someone called Annalise tweeted him saying, "Hey John Lewis, what the hell have you done to your once delicious cheese scones in your Cardiff store?"
Oh, bless him.
And obviously what he does, he retweets it and comments on top, and he said, "I ate them, duh." And every time someone tweets him thinking he is John Lewis, he tags John Lewis Retail in it.
Brilliant. Bless
Every
him.
time.
Bless
And
him.
because of this, he's got 27.2 thousand followers.
Jesus. Well played to him.
His bio is computer science educator, father of four, social liberal, atheist, and not a retail store. So he's very accepting of like the role he can play because he's from Blacksburg, Virginia, apparently.
Oh.
And you can tell the fact he only follows 80 people.
Yeah.
So are there any famous people? Yeah, he's got a good few famous people. He's got like Seth MacFarlane, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, these follow him?
Oh no, sorry.
Oh, the
he follows them.
followers.
Yeah. So
follows
he's
them.
he's obviously on Twitter for these kind of people and maybe friends as well. I've just seen a lot of verified pages and news pages and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's one of these weird things where he's very happy to live up to the burden that's been put upon him.
Yeah, no, bless
Yeah.
him. What a delightful man. Like, you know what? Yeah, fair play to him. He's took advantage of that. Like, not in a bad way, but he's took advantage of, he could easily just take the piss. Because there's some people who have done. There's some people who've like maybe been wrongly tweeted and they'll almost claim the name of whoever they've been tweeted at and really go along with it. But that man's well done to him. Just being like, making a bit of a light-hearted joke and then re-tagging John Lewis for the action. So they still get the complaint.
Exactly.
So they're still there. So they still get the feedback that person so wantedly wanted to give. Well played to him.
Because the trouble is for me though that whenever you tag someone on Twitter, it always comes up with their a little profile picture before you do it. So then if you'd be double checking to make sure you tweet the right person, so it just shows people's ignorance by the fact, oh yeah, they're just going to be John Lewis, it's going to be fine. And they don't even sort of think what is John Lewis's actual retail
branding and stuff. Well, it makes me laugh because I was just about to say something again very old codge, which was along the lines of that. I don't think, using the phrase UI is a very old man, but like the user interface of Twitter, I still can't get my head around sometimes. Like the whole retweeting, and when things almost follow like a thread, where it's sometimes it feels like it's not in the right order for me, and it's just because I don't use Twitter that much. So I use other social media.
It now, because I've seen a lot more people doing threads, and it makes sense because you click on the first tweet and then you just scroll down and you see.
That makes more sense. But I think for me, it's like I've always found it a bit confusing. But it was like things like that makes me laugh because it's like the film Chef. The film Chef, it's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's one of my favourites. It's such a
John Favreau. Favreau,
it's one of those really. I'm really into my cooking. I've always really been into cooking because my dad likes cooking and mum likes cooking. But I've never really done cooking for myself and gone out and tried to find new shit. And now anyone who follows me on Instagram realises I'm such a basic bitch when it comes to food. I post it all the time, and I might not post every meal I have, but I damn straight take a photo of it. Because again, basic bitch.
Yeah, this is what millennials do.
Yeah. Are you even a millennial?
Exactly.
Does a bear shit in the woods if you don't take a picture of your food?
Did you even eat if you didn't share it on
Do
social
you even
media?
eat though?
Yeah.
No, it's like, do you post it? Do you... that's the thing, people say, mate, you're such a good cook, you cook stuff all the time. And I'm like, you don't see the other shit I eat. I post the good looking stuff. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm such a chef. I post shit. Sometimes I post the stuff that I put the effort into make it look good. Some of it's hanging. Some of it looks horrible. Yeah, it is.
Really difficult.
Yeah. But anyway, my point was that Chef, that's the film that got me into cooking anyway. It's a cracking film, very good feel-good film. But it's like the definition of food porn. It's fantastic. It's about basically this chef, played by Jon Favreau, who doesn't understand Twitter and he's trying to bond with his young son. And his son basically helps him get on Twitter. And he has a bit of a kerfuffle with a food reviewer, like a restaurant reviewer.
Oh, yeah.
And he thinks he's tweeted him privately, but he's actually sent him a very open tweet. So it's not sent him like a DM, he's sent him... he's just atted him, as I guess the phrase is, which is a weird one to say, but he's just, tagged him in a tweet. So then the rest of everyone's audience, so that his audience and the reviewer's audience sees it becomes like a Twitter beef, and it's quite funny. It's just, but that's what it reminded me of. Then it was I don't fucking know what I'm doing when it comes to Twitter. So if I was famous and I was him, I would definitely fall into that trap. But I was going to mention this girl on Twitter anyway that we tangented from.
Yes,
because that's our fucking name. She got verified, and I don't know if it's a thing where when we were talking about wondering how you filter out, I guess, the tweets from famous people that you may be messaging directly, over an actual open tweet, opposed to just seeing the sea of notifications. Yeah. I wonder if there's a thing on. I would like to think there was a thing that if you verified, that you get maybe a filter that. Notifications come through only for other verified people.
Yeah.
So if other verified people... Not to be ignorant, because I think, famous people are busy. A lot of public figures who use Twitter that have these massive followings are probably very busy people, especially actors and musicians and whatnot, and other stuff.
Yeah, would you rather speak to your contemporaries or someone who's like, haha, can I have 50,000 retweets and you suck my torts?
It's like we have a lot of sex bots following our page. Can you fucking imagine the amount that you've got? If we have I don't know how many followers we have on the thing, but which is bad. Yeah, find out how many followers we have. No, but we don't have a lot. But can you imagine if you've got millions of followers, the amount of them that must be spam?
Oh god,
or things like that. But yeah, it's interesting to think that, you know, there's people... I would like to think that if you are verified on Twitter, there's some kind of secret setting that kind of isolates. I just think for them, their lives... Because like I said, if you are someone who, you know, likes to engage with your fans, and you have apps like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter... As lovely as it is, and there's so many fans out there that are lovely and would be lovely and stuff like that. But, you know, it's one of those things that it's kind of like... Not all of them are going to be good. There's so much shit on the internet,
God,
especially when it comes to spam and, you know, robot stuff that's automatic and things like that are always trying to get attention. And there's people who just want to get attention and will post stuff on Twitter just to kind of get someone's attention. So it's a bit like... I would like to think there's a setting where if you're two verified people... You can have a conversation on Twitter, still keep it open because a lot of people use it for PR.
Of course.
But then you don't get, like, a mental amount of, like, notifications on your home screen because that makes me depressed.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere near that sort of life. Like, that life ain't coming to my way.
No. You can, like, cut yourself off from that.
Yeah.
But there's some people who aren't.
Yeah. Tragic, that.
Yeah. But we have 262 followers.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, people.
We're following 593.
Naturally.
So I think that's a mixture of friends, podcasts, news outlets, famous people, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Even Bury Football Club.
Oh, well done us.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. Fucking shake off. They're called the Shakers.
I got it, yeah.
Thank you. I can't see because like with you guys, I can't do a lot of football jokes.
Yeah, no,
or
'cause
references
I don't know much, but
yeah. You don't know much, but you know something.
Oh, I love you. Yeah. No, yeah.
Well, yeah. Would you like some more birthday related stories?
If you've got any, smoke them if you've got them, George. I've never called you that. Don't think I'll ever call you that again. George doesn't roll. Sounds more like a character of Stargate.
It used to be my Nintendo DS gamer tag.
Did it?
George.
With a Z.
With a Z.
Of course it was.
Like a Megazord. George.
Played by Billy Cranston, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Bob. What's his name? Brian. Brian Cranston.
Billy Bob Bryan.
Did you know, by the way, little Power Rangers bit of trivia here. Did you know that the Blue Ranger in the original Power Rangers, his last name is Cranston because Bryan Cranston used to do the voice of some of the monsters on Power Rangers?
Yeah.
So it's also why he played. I think he was probably first choice of playing Zord on one.
That was in the new one as well.
That was in the new one.
Yeah, because I've still not seen that. Apparently,
it's fine.
Yeah.
You know what? Really enjoyed it. I'm a Power Rangers fan.
Yeah.
You know, not obviously new ones, but I was a Power Rangers fan as a kid. Yeah, alright. It's a shame because they don't kind of appear as Power Rangers until the end of the film.
Yeah.
The only gripe I did have was it's actually a good film. Like, character build-up. Like, people were like, oh, just look, put them in suits. And it's like, no, actually, if we get sequels, we'll probably see fucking loads of them in the suits. I actually much prefer... I care about these characters more than I thought I would watching this film. I didn't think there'd be this much character development for a film of this type. I thought it'd just be another... Nickelodeon type film. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was one of those. I was like, you've actually done an alright job of making me care a bit more about these characters. I care now, you made me care more. But it was one of those where I was like, I actually care about these characters a bit more than I thought I would. So fine, you've done a good job in that respect. However, they had like a pretty, it was pretty stylised, it was pretty modern.
Yeah.
The whole thing was pretty modern. And then when you get in the Power Rangers costume, it's a pretty badass moment, they're walking up like the spaceship that's in the trailer. Not spoiled anything.
It's an old film.
It's an old film. It's about a year old.
Get over it.
Yeah, get it. It's been out. It's on DVD. Buy it. Go to your local H&V. No, and they get in the Zords, and it's that classic scene of, you know, like in the opening thing of Power Rangers, that the Zords be running across a desert, right? They've recreated that for
Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone.
Yeah. Way to Pterodactyl to spin. Yeah. No, they do it to obviously Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, incredible soundtrack, but very of its time, very 90s, like din 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 din.
You always have these sort of like searing guitar leads.
Yeah.
just reminded me of Wayne's World, that.
Yeah.
But
Stairway denied.
I need to watch that again. I love that film. You remember that bit where they're both lying on the car looking at the stars at night, and Garth is like, Something like, did you ever find Bugs Bunny whenever he dressed up as a girl like really attractive? that was improvised, and that's
Was
why.
it?
Yeah, and that's why Mike Myers was pissing himself.
I was
He
going to
never
say,
saw it coming.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Dana Carvey, man, he's so funny at characters.
God,
like,
yeah.
he's so brilliant.
No,
No, but I was going to say, like, in this thing, there's like this opening where they're running through and you've got this fucking 90s shredding guitar, awesome soundtrack.
Yeah.
However, I would have preferred if they'd done that, and it's almost cheesy and it's very cliche to do it now, but they often take an old famous theme tune and revamp it for whatever modern take they're doing on the film.
Dubstep beat to it, basically.
Yeah, probably. But I would have. But the way the soundtrack was, I was like, you could have very easily got whoever did this to kind of produce a Power Rangers instrumental that reminded us of it. It would have been a nice homage to the old theme tune, but it would have fit very much in the film. The very weird. It's honestly so slammed in, which is that it's kind of very serious and very almost Chronicle-esque, and then all of a sudden it's just like, go, go, Power Rangers! Like, it's the original, just stripped down a little bit, but it's like, wait, that's the original people! That's like, you've not changed the style of that at all, it's just, go, go, Power Rangers! Like, as they're running, and I'm like, badass, mint, love the song.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't fit, like, just running, it became well cheesy for like 5 seconds, and then, I mean, it stays pretty cheesy because they're in giant robots kicking heads, but it was pretty cool because it was very reminiscent of the film, Fighting Ivanhoe, so I was like, nice one. Done that. Anyway, enough about fucking Power Rangers. We brought that up as a bit of trivia, we've gone off on one. You had some more birthday-related things, we're going to have to go soon, people.
Of course, yeah. We've got parties to go to. It's your birthday, innit, Guff? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, I didn't mention.
Happy birthday, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate, thanks. No one said anything.
Yeah.
I think it's got a bit of a miss this year.
I thought, what a good way to cap off your birthday podcast. Because it is your birthday podcast.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
We've done that joke too close together.
Nah. By ringing out other people, like famous people or notable people of interest.
Okay.
Birthdays. Apparently, Bilbo Baggins was born
I heard this.
1290.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually...
According to J.R. Tolkien.
Yeah, that came up my time up today. Something about Bilbo. I always forget that little fact.
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins.
And obviously then, Anne of Cleves, one of Henry VIII's wives, or the fourth wife.
Which one should you wait? What's the rhyme? I can't remember the rhyme, me.
It's beheaded, died, divorced.
Hey, what was
blah,
that
blah.
middle one you just said? You went beheaded, died.
It's either a mixture of beheaded, divorced, died, survived.
Yeah, ends with
It
survived.
was
so
Jane
it's-
Seymour
beheaded.
who died. Or it might... No, it was... After the first wife was divorced. I can't even remember. History's not important, guys. Don't kid yourself. But basically, it was her birthday today as well.
Yeah.
She died... She was born in 1515 and died in 1557.
Wow.
Yeah, for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. It's my fucking motto tonight, mate. I said this the other day. I'm having that many like facial twitches and stuff like that recently. A friend said to me the other day, he's like, "You looking forward to it?" I was like, "Could be dead next year, so yeah, let's party."
Because you know, like you and your
hypochondria.
yeah, it's never good.
It's been alright this week. You know what? I was re-listening to our last episode, right? And how I was like, oh, you know what? No, I've come to terms with it. I've kind of got a bit of realism to it. Today, I went all out the fucking window. Like last night, I was like, you know what? I shouldn't be a hypochondriac as much. There's so much to live for. Nope. But it's my birthday as well. Did I mention? It's my birthday. I've been like,
happy birthday, Paul.
Thanks, man. I've been like, I'm gonna die. This is it. I've got a facial twitch. But let's get fucking hammered.
Exactly.
Sorry, continue. Famous people.
See, I'm trying to find famous people we all know because it'd be basically, you know, a bit of a waste otherwise. But yeah, Andrea Bocelli, or however you pronounce his name, the Italian opera singer.
We've lost the Italians again. We took piss out of them with the music last time as well.
Well, you know, we hope we can get them back.
Mispronunciation won't do us any favour.
Well, you know,
it might not be. I might be the racist here. I don't think that's racist.
Yeah,
Let's cut this bit.
Yeah,
I don't want to mention
focus
race.
on it. You
Cut
brought
this.
it. The only race you care about is NASCAR. Yeah.
Let's go!
Apparently, it was Nick Cave's birthday today as well, 1957.
Who's that?
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I've never listened to them, but I know recently released an album after his son ended up falling off a cliff.
Oh.
Inspired in the sense of sadness, not like...
Yeah, not like he had a fucking epiphany.
Yeah, not like, oh, my son's falling off a cliff, fucking party time.
Jesus Christ.
Joan Jett was born in 1958.
Was she?
I love rock and roll.
Oh, brilliant. Love Joan Jett.
Yeah.
You know what, this thing, I didn't realise there is a nice little thing, though, that I take away from this, and I don't know if you've got more, so I'm going to cut you off. But please continue later. I was going to say, no, there's a nice little thing, it's like 16 personalities. It's like a website where it's like, I can't remember who's done it, but it's like an analyst has done it, or a bunch of analysts have basically got together and said there's 16 personalities that everyone fits into, right?
Yeah.
And you do this very long test that's a good, like, I think it takes a good, 15 minutes to do it. And it asks you all sorts of different questions, and it's like a scale of, do you agree, are you neutral, do you strongly agree, things like that. It's quite a good test. I've done it a couple of times, over the years, to see if much has changed.
Yeah.
But what's nice about it is it gives you it's changed now, so it's a lot more easy to follow. I recommend trying it out if you're interested in that sort of thing. But it comes up, it tells you things like, who, not necessarily like a horoscope where it pretends to foresee the future, but it kind of goes, oh, well, you're more inclined to maybe be attracted to people like this based on averages, based on people like this who've answered similar things. You may be more inclined to go after people like this. More people like this are more to be attracted to you. You maybe have jobs like this. You pursue things like this. You have arguments this way. You have, it's very much a breakdown of you as a person. It's very interesting. And I was reading it, and I was like, I don't necessarily... I read those things very much like a skeptic. And I'm I'm looking more for the stuff that's wrong about me.
Because it's generalisation.
It is generalisation, yeah. But a lot of it, the first time I did it, I think I did it when I was 20. I did it a few months ago as well, recently. It changed slightly. But when I did it, I was like, that's pretty spot on, actually, in terms of people types I'm attracted to, jobs I've gone for, where I fall into my friend group, things like that. So I was like, this is interesting. Anyway, it gives you a nice little list of celebrities that fall into your category as well, and one of them was Robin Williams and Robert Downey Jr. and Will Smith, and I was like, I'm having them.
Yeah.
I'll fucking take that. Thank you very much. So
sounds like great guest for a birthday dinner party.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Class time.
Should we tweet them? Lads, you fancy come apply tonight?
Apply tonight?
You can't really Robin Williams, but...
He's there in spirit.
Yes!
Oh.
It's the most I can do when it comes to a Robin Williams impression. That's all I've got.
But yeah, Andrea Bocelli was 1958. He's classed as an Italian tenor.
Okay.
Which is his pitch, not his value.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the joke.
Scott Baio, or Baio, however you pronounce it.
Who's he now?
Johnny Loves Chachi, Charles in Charge.
Oh, yeah. Charles in Charge, I don't think we can cover these songs.
I only know that from Family Guy.
Family Guy, no, so do I.
He was born in 1960 today. Let's have a look.
I'll take Bilbo, though. Bilbo's a good one.
See, because it's mentioned... See, I don't know which Ronaldo it is, because it's mentioned a football player.
It just says Ronaldo.
Because it's...
I think it is. I think it's Cristiano,
I'm not sure if it's Cristiano. I think it's the original... let's keep having a look. Oh, Emmanuel Petit. He's a French footballer. I know him. Rupert Penry Jones, the English actor.
Oh.
If you recognise his name.
I don't actually. Who's he playing?
I'm not sure, but I recognise his name. He was born in 1970. Ronaldo de Lima, Brazilian soccer player for Cruzeiro and PSV. So I'm half wondering if that's Brazilian Ronaldo or not Portuguese Ronaldo.
Okay.
I think that's him. He was born in 1976, which would make sense because he was
Cristiano Ronaldo's February.
Yeah, because he was in his peak at the 2002 World Cup and stuff like that, which would match with the time and stuff. Harry Kewell used to play for Liverpool. Australian footballer. So look. Billy Piper, 1982.
Really?
Yep.
Yes, Billy.
Thiago da Silva, Brazilian footballer who plays for PSG in France. Tom Felton. Yeah.
My boy.
The little Aryan raced
wow.
bugger.
Just so you know what the fuck he's talking about, you don't know who Tom Felton is. Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
Recently regular of The Flash Season 3. Now left for Season 4, so no longer a regular. Very much irregular.
And Albert Windsor.
Ah.
Born in 2007. So because I'm trying to think who Albert Windsor is, because it says descendant of British monarchy, because it's George and Charlotte, which are William's kids. So I'm not sure who Albert is. But...
Wasn't he Queen Victoria's husband?
Well, yeah, but this is like born in 2007. So
okay. Oh, well, I look like a fucking idiot then, don't I?
No.
Actually, no,
Not
don't.
for that
I'm blaming you. No, I'm blaming you there. Quizmaster. Quizmaster Piers. He did a gang sign. That doesn't translate well over this.
Yeah.
He did a gang sign.
The one thing I want to be able to achieve in my life is actually being able to do the blood sign properly.
Yeah, that's an hard one.
Yeah.
When people do that, I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
You stop it, you absolute freak. Like, how are you
Stop
able to do
making me
that?
jealous, because it's kind of it's like when you get like, that's your B and that's your L, but it's being able to.
You know what? It's being able to naturally bend them, though, innit? I think you know what? No, you're not a freak. You're very impressive. I'm doing that out of jealousy. For anyone who can do it, like the natural. No, because there you go. Because you've done it the wrong way around, pal.
Yeah.
You're doing it as if you would do it. There it is. He's got it.
Oh no.
He's got it.
Oh.
There he is. Oh, he's got a G.
Oh.
It says he's.
Oh, I've done it.
Your pinky's a bit out, so it looks like a G there, mate.
I am a G. What are you on about?
The bluggy. Blug.
Oh.
There he is. There he's done it.
Oh.
I find it very impressive if you can get your fingers in that position naturally. You've given yourself some help there, which I'm not judging you for, but I think it's.
I reckon that's
terribly
a photo
impressive.
we should put up on Twitter.
I don't. That could cause some trouble. That.
To be fair, we don't have the Twitter details either.
We don't, so we're fucked. This episode's coming out when Matt gets back.
I'm gonna have a look at that in the movie. Oh no, it's
not.
It looked better. I just look like I've got like crippling arthritis. Never mind. A man can but dream.
Yeah. What else should we do? Right, I'll tell you what we should do. We should get off.
Yeah.
This
With
is
each
it.
other.
I was gonna do the noise. I was gonna do a make out noise. I just didn't want to make it too real.
Yeah.
I don't want to indulge that joke as much. No, but I think we're going to start meeting people soon, so we better.
Yeah, we've
had a good episode.
Yeah,
we only planned on about half an
check.
hour, but
yeah, I think an hour and 10 minutes.
That's
We had a nice little, rounded up
that's a good little
conversation.
hour. That, yeah, no.
Exactly,
Good
yeah.
for us.
Exactly.
Good for
Yeah,
us.
we're normally guilt of chatting shit.
To be honest, that's the whole point of why we changed the name, wasn't
Exactly.
it? Because as Michelle pointed out, our dedicated listener,
Yes.
/ Sam's girlfriend,
Sam's better half.
yeah.
Sorry,
Whoa.
Sam.
I was gonna say, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying we don't need to go there.
Yeah,
We don't need to start. I'm
we
not.
don't
You
need
know
to
what?
pick
I'm not putting
sides.
any eggs in that basket.
Yeah.
You decide. Viewers, we'll put a poll, right?
Sam or
Who'd you
Michelle?
prefer, Sam or Michelle? I know none of you have, most of you who listen maybe haven't met Michelle or spoke to her, and you've heard Sam on this a few times.
Yeah.
But tell us, put Michelle. Apparently his first meal in America was Mexican, which I thought was
I
quite
spotted
funny.
that. Yeah, because it was when what did she put up on Facebook? And I said about don't let him take you to Ben Brazil. It was when
Yeah,
you
we were talking about in the last episode how Sam's a bottomless pit
It's
when it
very
comes to
frightening.
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were saying that she was like American portions might do him in.
Yeah.
And we were essentially take photos of him throwing up. That's like I want to know. You know what I mean? It's like when Lex Luthor finally discovered kryptonite for Superman. I imagine just going, a god can bleed. Do you bleed? It'd be nice to know if Sam does have a human stomach.
A limit. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I was gonna say, just before we go, was I don't know, fucking.
It's your birthday.
It's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, I think what we were saying is the whole point is that we can tangent, mate. We've been talking.
Yeah,
you know what? This is probably going to be one of the worst episodes we do because Matt's not here to rein us in.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we've filled the gap,
Yeah,
considering we
we-
despise each other. I think we keep it civil.
Fake it till you make it. But yeah, we had a couple of stories, we had a bit of chat.
We've had a bit of chat
about what you feel about being 24 and your birthday and everything. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, buzzing.
Yeah.
You know?
And we're taking you out later on, bud.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, with a shotgun.
Really? Oh, that's it.
But yeah, guys, let's see if we can do Matt's bit now. If you want to get in touch with us, it's.
Well, here we are. I designed the fucking handles as well. I can't figure it out.
Oh God, go.
It's the Existential Tangent on Facebook.
Yep, it's I had it up a moment ago.
X-Tangent Pod on
X-Tangent
Twitter.
Pod on Twitter at X-Tangent Pod. Yep. It's the existential tangent at gmail.com if you want to send us an email.
Please send us an email.
Yeah.
Can we make this the one where anyone send us fucking anything?
Even if it's just
I want
wishing
this-
Gov happy birthday.
Oh, that'd be fucking lovely. That.
Obviously, it'd be a belated birthday.
Yeah, I don't
but
mind.
It'd still be.
It'd be nice.
Still be a wish.
And it'll also make Matt feel better because the inbox will be full for the first time.
Yeah, instead of like saying about there's Twitter sex bots following you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
That'd be lovely. Give Matt a treat.
Yeah, just.
You know what? Make Matt's day by wishing me happy birthday.
Yeah, however that works, just try it.
Do it. Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's we're also on Podbean as well. You know what?
And
Do we even have
iTunes.
to plug this bit because you're listening to one of them?
Yeah.
We're the Existential Tangent on iTunes if you're listening to iTunes.
I think it's the same for Podbean. I'm not.
Podbean as well, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us on our social media. You've got our Twitter, you've got our Facebook, you've got our Gmail account. Send us anything.
Yeah, I'll give you.
If we do a poll, do it.
Yeah.
Who's better, Sam or Michelle?
Yeah, exactly.
Bearing in mind, Michelle was the inspiration for the new name.
Yeah.
So that gives her a few points. I don't know if that helps in your decision. I know who I'm voting for. Michelle.
Oh, right. We'll have another section in the.
She has a lot of cats, Michelle.
Yeah.
That's a win in my book. I fucking love cats. See, not a lot of people do. It's because they're pricks, but I like that about them. It's endearing. It's like people hate Carl Pilkington for the same reason.
No.
Love Carl Pilkington.
See,
He's a bit of a dickhead,
yeah.
but in a funny, in an endearing way. Cats are endearing. Absolute knobheads, cats. Hilarious though.
I can't hate animals unless they're pandas, but I'm a dog man, you know.
Call back to second episode. Go back, give it a listen. Look at a picture of him fighting on a panda. Real
Funnily
life.
enough, whenever someone sees anything about pandas on social media, they tag me in it, being like, "Hey Jordan."
His nickname in one of our inboxes is "Fuck the Pandas."
It is, yeah. And what's Laura's nickname?
Save the Pandas.
Save the pandas. Yeah.
Does get confused every now and again because Laura doesn't message in that inbox a lot.
Yeah.
So I always think it's you, and I'm like, he's not writing like Jordan normally writes. So immediately,
why is Jordan putting XOXO on the end of messages? But yeah, guys, we're off to get crunk.
Let's get fucking hammered.
Yes.
It won't happen, but let's try. Let's give it a good go, shall we?
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's give it a good bloody go.
You know what is life if you don't try?
I just swallowed a nail, and I'm honestly having a bit of an inner panic attack. Another hypochondriac attack. I've swallowed on my own nails.
A fingernail.
Like it's a piece of glass.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've nailed it. Done for.
God, I was thinking.
I've hit 24 and
I've
that's
not
it.
seen a box of nails in here, so I'm glad it's
Yeah,
a
it's just a
fingernail.
fingernail.
Yeah, just get nail scissors and that'll save you a lot of hassle.
What, shove them down my throat and pluck out the one that I've swallowed?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That was dark. Let's end it on a lighter note. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, me.
But yeah. We're going to go now, guys. We're just
go.
chatting shit.
Yeah. Right.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.